Hi everyone, Deb here. Welcome to the hashtag Pink Ribbon collaboration or challenge that is hosted by Jean at Jean's Gems, and I will link the hashtag and Jean's channel down below. This is day 3. We're doing this 4 days a week normally, but this week was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It will normally be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and we each have a different prompt. Each day has a different prompt, I mean. And Jean updated a couple of the prompts, so if you would like to participate, then just go to her community tab and she has all the information there. And she did the updates on her day 1 tag video also. So be sure to check out Jean's channel and everyone else that's participating, assuming you can find them. I had a little trouble. Anyway, okay, so today is make a card. And I have been a card maker in the past, but I don't do many fun folds, and I thought I'd do an easy fun fold. Plus, in my day 2 video, I said I had a piece of this left, which I've cut down a bit, and I wanted to use this, but it's very thin paper. So I brought in, first of all, this basic beige cardstock. This is from Stampin' Up! And this is 5.5 by 8.5. It is scored at, if you turn it this way, it is scored, oops, at 3 and then at 4.25. So it's 1.25 here. Sorry for the blurry. And this is 3 inches wide. And then this part is 4.25 inches wide. So the way bookbinding works at this score, we're going to glue that down, and that will be like a book flap, right? And then we will decorate the front and everything. So that's the beige, because I thought that went pretty well with this, right? But I wanted to make it pop off the card. So I brought in cardstock in a color called Pretty in Pink by Stampin' Up. It's one of their in colors for 24 to 26, I believe it is. And I haven't used much of it because, yeah, it's fairly new. So I've already gone ahead and gotten things prepared now. So I told you the card size. The because this is 3 and this is 5.5, I made this piece be 5 3/8 by 2 7/8, and this piece be 5.25 by 2 3/4. I will put all these measurements down in the description area for you. Before we glue them down, we are going to distress them because I think the pink is a little too much of a pop for the vintage look of the paper, even though it matches well. And then this is another scrap that I had, and I cut it down to, well, the mat here is 1 1/8 by 5 3/8, same height as the other one. And this is just 1 inch across by 5.25. So that is good. They're both 5.25 tall, the pieces of paper. So that's going to go like that, and then this like this. And then on the inside, I cut a piece. I think this is the same size as this mat, so it's 2 7/8 by 5 3/8. And this is a 1/4 inch smaller than that, whatever that. I guess this would be the same as the designer paper on the front, which is 2 3/4 by 5.25. I might have got that one a little bit off for some reason, and that's going to go in here like that for writing on, and we're going to also distress that. Now I was trying to figure out, what do I want to do? Knew I wanted to make a thinking of you kind of card, but I have these Dollar Tree stickers sitting by my side because I want to use these up. I think I have a whole nother pack of them, but I thought, how perfect is this sticker? So we're going to put that on here up at the top. But before we do that, after I glue these other things together, the other pieces together, and before I glue them down to the card, we're going to wrap. This is actually Bubble Bath, not Pretty in Pink, but I don't have Pretty in Pink ribbon. I didn't go hog wild on all the new colors in ribbons. We're going to have this coming down and probably cut it like a flag there. So it's going to be like it's holding these banners and go like that. And then I'm going to tie a ribbon, maybe the thinner ribbon with the silver on it that I used the other day from Dollar Tree, around the top to make our bow. Or maybe this one. I might just do this one. So I'm not sure yet, but I'm going to go ahead and glue all these pieces to each other, and then I'll come back and we'll do the ribbon and this part together. Okay, I'll see you in a minute. I forgot a step, of course. I want to edge them in Vintage Photo. I'm not going to use the Kitsch Flamingo this time like I did the other day because I want to add some of the brownish color. You could also tear the edges. I was originally thinking of using like deckled rectangle dies for these pieces, backing these, but the sizes I have wouldn't work with this card, so I just used my trimmer and cut them down. You can cut them by scissors if you don't have a paper trimmer. Use what you have, guys. I'm using scraps. You know, this was a scrap and this was a scrap from that Kirby Teesdale Studio by I think that's a Paper Studio one from Hobby Lobby. And I've got, how I do that is I keep my scraps for the most part until the pad is all gone anyway. I keep my scraps with the pad in a big envelope and stick it inside, and for the 12 by 12s. For 6 by 6s or smaller kind of size papers, I use, I store them once I open them in these quart freezer bags, and then I just put the scraps in there, and they work beautifully, and it keeps dust and all that off the bag. So I'm going to go ahead and edge these first, and then I'll glue them, and then I'll be back. Okay, just a comment, I'm still gluing, but sometimes when I do bookbinding, I put ribbon. Well, you can do one of two things. You can either wrap it around before you glue this down and then glue it down so you don't see it on the inside, or you can punch holes in this before you glue this down and then, you know, wrap it through the holes and bring it out and tie a ribbon. But I opted not to do that this time. I usually do it that way because I want these to look like they're hanging on a wall or something, but with the ribbon. Okay, so I will be back soon. Hang on. Okay, so I decided to bring you back, and we'll put this ribbon down. Yeah, so before I do that, I think I want to just snip an end like this. You know, make the little, what do you call that? Like a banner. And I'm not very good at cutting ribbon like this. So bear with me. And then I want to do one other thing on the inside, which we'll get to in a minute. Okay, so we're going to have this like this. Let me cut this a little bit down and move that out of the way. And we'll just tape that down in the back. You can just use Scotch tape, but I have a tape runner here, which must have fallen out of my adhesive basket. I don't usually use these much, but I have it, so I might as well use it, right? And actually, oops, that didn't even hold it. Wow. That's because this is why I don't like them. I can't always get them to come out. There we go. Now I have to be careful not to lay that down on anything because it will. Which side is the front? I guess it doesn't matter. Make sure I get that sort of in the middle. If you're really fussy about that, you can measure. I don't. And that's probably why my things are not on right. Now, I'm going to use, where's my mat? I'm going to use glue dots just to tack that down in two places. For ribbon, they hold really pretty well. If you don't have glue dots, you can use Fabri-Tac or whatever you have that would hold ribbon down. I just need like two, one there, and maybe one down here, and it does make a bump, but I'm probably gonna have my little pictures, if you will, on top of them. So is that sort of straight? And we'll leave that loose for now. I might put another one on there. I think this could be a little over there. There we go. Okay, so now we can glue this down, and then we're going to bump these up on pop dots or dimensionals, whatever you want to call them. So I'm just going to use glue and glue this onto the front. And I'll keep you along for the rest of the ride. It shouldn't take too long, I hope, unless I terribly mess it up. And I like to put a little bit of extra glue on where the ribbon is. This is a thin ribbon. If you have a thick ribbon, sometimes what you could do so it doesn't look weird and buckle is bump up this whole piece on the front. But I don't feel like I want to do that right now. I think this would have been better with like a rosy pink because it matches this better. Let me get dimensionals. Let me close my glue up because everything else is glued. And we will put some on the back. If you have foam tape, you can use that. You don't have to use pop dots. And the only thing is, normally I put it on either side of the ribbon. This ribbon is thin, so if you just have foam tape from anywhere, you can use that. I'm going to go ahead and put one in the middle. I do a little overkill usually on these. And I'm going to have to stand up so I'm looking down on this to try and get it straight. So I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today is what, Thursday? I think about there. I'm not going to push it down, maybe over a tad this way. Okay. It's sort of centering that ribbon with that rose. I don't know if that's good or bad. Now this I stamped in gray granite, and it's the first time I used this stamp. It was out of, actually first time I used this whole set, it was out of this Layering Leaves, which is a new, this year, this 24-25 annual catalog. But the quality of that particular stamp isn't the best. And now we're going to use this, which I already have out, to stamp in pink. We're going to stamp off on the inside just to give it a little something. But let's do this part. And we have some jemmies out. Let me put my glue dots away for the moment. And we'll do the same thing. This might be a little longer than that other piece. I'm not 100% sure. It looks like it a little wider, I mean. Where did I put all those other ones? Probably knocked them all over the floor. I don't know. Oh well. So are you enjoying this collab? I think it'll be a lot of fun. Notice I'm wearing pink and I still have my same nail polish on, although it is chipping. I'm going to put this down here, right about there. And don't let me forget to do jemmies. But on the inside now, all right, I need to throw these out so I don't end up having them all over the floor and down in my living room and everything. I'm going to pull out, what did I use yesterday? Well, I think I used the Kitsch one, but since I have bubble bath ribbon, we're going to try it and see. But I'm going to stamp off to make it even lighter because I just want a hint of this on the inside so it can be written over. So if that's already pale. Yeah, I want it even paler. You can barely see that, huh? Let me get a different pink. Well, since the cardstock is pretty in pink, let's try pretty in pink. Pity in pink. Let me just rub that off. And this should be a little bit darker than Bubble Bath. Ooh, sorry. My whole desk. Oh yeah, it's definitely darker. And I like that one better anyway. It shows more detail. Alright, so let me stamp off. And then this should be light enough. And I'm just going to press lightly too. I don't want it to be too dark. A little bit darker in some areas than others. But you can write over that. And that just gives a little something on the inside. And now we'll just put some jemmies on the outside. And I happen to have some in pretty in pink. But also I have these that are, I think they were from a coffee set. I think I want the sparkly ones. Yeah. I feel like this is a little plain. I might see if I have some little flowers that I would like. If you have a picky thing, I actually do have a picky thing. One of these. Let's see if that'll work. I'll have the bigger side I should probably use, huh? Yeah, let's try that. It just has like a... Actually, let me put... It's stuck to me. Yipes. I'm going to get another little one. And go over here. I feel like it's still missing something, but I don't know. Okay, I think that is our card. Let me know what you think down below. And again, oh, no, we're not done. We have to tie the ribbon, the bow. So actually, we can do that up here. My bad, I almost forgot. Let's just cut enough. I want to keep it long enough and I'll trim it back. Might be a waste of ribbon, but if the scraps are long enough, I can save them and use them for something else. Were you yelling at me? Deb, where's your pink ribbon? Well, there's a ribbon, but it's not tied like a ribbon. That looks more like the ribbon, right? Like the breast cancer awareness ribbon. This is what's called a fake bow. You wrap it around the piece there. And tie it on. And hopefully we get it even, which we didn't, but we're working on it. That little bow part is bigger than the other one. How do you do bows? I don't have good luck with bows at all. All right, bunny ear style, right? That's how some of you do it. I can't do that. I don't have luck that way either. Luckily, this side, this ribbon is kind of, you can use it either way. That's better. But I'll cut this off. There, we have a pink bow on our card, and that was just the right amount, really, right? Okay, guys, that is my card for day 3 of the hashtag Pink Ribbon Challenge, and it's a bookbinding card. The only other thing I could, what did I do with them? Put some of these down here. Let's put a few out and see if we like it. I don't know. It's a different kind of flower. I might just let it alone, but let's see. That doesn't have any bling in that one. I think I have some like burlappy flowers too that, what is it, all the pink ones are missing bling. This pale pink one. You know, I was thinking we could just put one in each of these, one in each of these. I actually kind of think I like this. Just 1, 2, and 3. Just adds a little something. I think, let me see if I would like. No, the darker pink doesn't really show up as much, so I'll use the pale ones. And for this, I probably need art glitter glue. See, this is how I am, indecision all the time. Let me see if I can get it out, because this is almost all gone. I think I need my pin and see if I can open it a little more. There's a tiny bit left in there, but I have to refill this bottle and it gets clogged too. Okay, I got some out, so hopefully I'll get a little more out. And these are Prima flowers. I'm pretty sure I got them online, but I don't remember where. It's been a while. They've been in my stash for a while. And I didn't write it down. So anyway, there's a copyright notice on the back. I know for a while Tuesday Morning had flowers and stuff, but I mean, they're closed, so they don't anymore. But they're also, it might have been like a, Peachy Cheap online sometimes has like batches of flowers, and there's a cheap scrapbook stuff. Maybe they have them. I don't know. I don't remember. There you have it. This time it's real. I'm done. Let me know what you think about my Thinking of You card. I like it. Um, yeah, I mean, this isn't exactly the same color, but it's pretty close, right? Okay, I hope you have a wonderful day. Hope you have a wonderful week or weekend. Oh, and by the way, I am going to be doing a live on Saturday, which is World Card Making Day. I was originally thinking of doing it at 1 Eastern, but I think I'm going to do 11 Eastern and just for an hour, um, probably maybe an hour, hour and a half. So we'll see. So be on the lookout for that. I will try and get the notice up for that today so that you can, put notifications on or whatever. But if you don't see that, come back at 11 Eastern and make some cards with me for World Card Making Day. Okay? Have a wonderful time. Hugs, love, and peace.